Determined when I got back that I would share what I learned on our recent trip with you guys. So you might get some ideas on how to pack. And I thought I would do an unpacking because if I did a packing video, I wouldn't have all the details of this was the best thing to pack because it was pre-trip. So I'm giving you a post-trip recap of what I packed and what I think I should have packed, what I packed that I didn't need, and we'll go from there. This is my personal item bag. It's the bag that slides under your seat. So this is the bag you're going to use in flight, in the airport, in between your trip, as you're going from the airport to your accommodations. This is the bag you want to have all of your necessities in. So the first thing I'll start is the outside pockets. This is a Path water bottle. It weighs nothing, and I go through TSA empty and I fill it up when I am on the other side. And I always keep an electrolyte packet in here with me. So I fill it up with water, add my electrolyte packet, shake it, and I'm hydrated through the flight because flying can be so drying, and especially if you're flying to a dry area like Montana. It comes in a variety of sizes. I like both of these. It depends on which bag I'm carrying. I have a taller backpack where the drink holder is taller, and so this slides in really nicely. But as you can see on this one, the bag is the pocket is a little shorter, so this size works great for that. On the other side, I have a Sharpie. Sharpie's just, you never know if you might need one to label something, like you might want to label your water bottle if you have multiple family members with the same bottle. I always bring Clorox wipes to wipe down the seat pocket, to wipe down the belt buckles, and to wipe down the armrests and my tray table. So I always bring a pack of these. And then I like to bring these hand wipes from Dollar Tree. These are the lavender. They come in cucumber. They come in like a lemon, just really fresh smelling, just to wipe your hands off. It's really just a comfort thing, but it became very practical when someone got stickiness on them and they didn't really want to go with a bleach wipe for that. So we went with this, and that was great. And it smells good too. And then this other one is a hand sanitizer spray. It's thin. It's the size of like the Sharpie, very similar. And I always clip my whistle to it. I figure if you're traveling by yourself and you're out by yourself and something happened, you might want to alert other people that you might need assistance. It's nice to have, even when you're traveling with family and you might get separated, or you may have someone older traveling with someone younger and one of them gets hurt. And in the moment you panic and your voice just doesn't project like it normally would. A whistle is just something that would give you an extra comfort level that you could blow the whistle and be heard. So that's kind of a safety tip. So those are the two side pockets. And in this pocket, I love this little pocket right here. It's a magnetic closure. This is where I would keep my phone, so I can keep that really handy. Then in the bottom, this is the thing I go to most of all. The items that I will grab the most often go in here. So a pack of tissue and this little container. This is kind of I use a lot of lip balm and lip gloss. My lips stay dry. And so I always keep them with me. And especially going in dry climates, I took multiples. So I took Burt's Bees Shimmer. I took a lip gloss. I took a lip balm. And I like these Listerine sprays. They're becoming hard to find. You can find those strips that kind of put them in mouth and they melt. But I love the spray. It's instant. It doesn't have an aftertaste. So if you find these, let me know where you find these, because I am looking to add to my collection. And then I take a compact so I can check my face in mid-flight, or if I need to take my contacts out, or just I need to see in a mirror. A compact is double duty. And then a interdental probe for your teeth if you get something stuck in your teeth. You could take dental floss as well. So that goes in this front pocket, as well as a regular pen, and this little thing of Mentos. But what I will also put in this little thing of Mentos is my vitamin for the day. If I have an early morning flight and I don't want to take my vitamins when I wake up because I haven't had food yet, or it's not good for my stomach to take my vitamins first thing, I will throw my vitamins in here too, and maybe a couple of Tylenol if I don't have them packed somewhere else, just a quick grab if I need them. And this keeps everything really nice. It doesn't get crushed. So I love the size of that. So that's in this outer front pocket. Then in this cool little pocket back here, it's kind of a hidden pocket. This is where I keep the things. This is going to be to my back, so it's going to be the most secure space. So of course I'm going to put the things in there that need to be secured. So our passports and my RFID pouch that I keep money and my credit cards in. So that goes in this back pocket. We do travel with our passports domestically because we are from North Carolina, and I don't know if the rest of the country knows this or not, but the real ID, getting that in North Carolina has been a problem. Ever since COVID, it's been a real challenge to get into our DMV to get our license renewed, and so we travel with our passports. It's just easier until they figure out a better system. So this is my carabiner, my hero clip. Every trip, take your hero clip. That should be a t-shirt, shouldn't it? But the hero clip is great because it doesn't weigh a bunch. It doesn't take up a lot of room, but you unclip it and you swing it around like this. So if you have a bathroom stall that doesn't have a hook and you want to hang your bag, you can simply do that by using your hero clip. You just clip it in the bottom part and you hang it up from here. It's great to have this when you're in your hotel room and you need an extra clip. It's a great place to have that as well. All right, let me unclip it. On my hero clip, I also have my microfiber towel. This comes in really clutch because a lot of times the bathrooms will not have, the blowers won't work, or they'll be out of paper towels. And so you have your own towel with you. When you get on the plane and you just would like to have maybe a tablecloth on your tray table, just an extra layer so you know it's clean. If you get hot, you can wet this, wrap it around your neck, tie it like a bandana. It keeps you cool. You can use it as a headband. It comes in really handy. It doesn't take up a lot of weight. It's not going to be difficult for you to carry it around. It goes right back into this little silicone holder. I've seen various sizes on Amazon. They've come in various colors, pouches. This is the one I like because I just like pink. It shows up really well. It has these little vents on the side so it can dry while it's in here. And then I have this cute little lip balm holder. It is neoprene. I also keep a toothpick in here. This toothpick is wrapped, so I know it's clean when I grab it. And after I use it, I'll throw it away. And then a lip balm. So as quick as it is to get to that pocket I have for my lip balm, this one is even quicker. So this one is even easier to get to because it's hanging from my bag. So I will just loop this around, hook this back on, and hook it to my bag. So it just stays in my bag all the time. So let's go into the front of the bag. I haven't unpacked this in 2 days. We got back 2 days ago. So I may have forgotten the things that are in here. We'll just go through it together. This is a double-sided quilted eyeglass pouch. On one side, I will keep my regular eyeglasses and a lens wipe and this really tiny but so efficient contact lens case. This is a helpful tip. Once you put your contact solution in here, put a little piece of plastic, unscrew the lid, put a little piece of plastic, and then screw the lid on. That sometimes these leak, especially with the different pressurizations in the plane. Just a safeguard to have that there. And then on the other side, I will have my sunglasses. And I like to travel with my polarized sunglasses. And those stay in the top portion of the bag because I get in and out. I use my sunglasses every day, most of the day, because my contact lenses make my eyes super sensitive to light. And I just keep that on the top of this bag. The next item in here is my scarf. Here's a tip. I spray this down with my favorite perfume before I leave the house. You can spray it with essential oil, whatever you like to smell, because in the plane, you will have the wildest, weirdest, funkiest smells come through that plane. Not all the time, but sometime. And it's just nice to have the option to do something like that and give yourself a little relief from that. And it still smells good. It still is holding the smell of my perfume. So that's a helpful hint. I just like to travel with a scarf if I get cold. If it's cuddly. I also use it. You can tie it, open your tray table, tie this to the top of your tray table, and this will hang down, and you can actually rest your feet on it just to get your feet a little bit off the ground, just to relieve your back. It really does help. So that's a helpful hint for a scarf. And it's a crumb catcher. I've told other people that before. I'll wrap it around a little bit before I have dinner or eat on the plane. And then if I spill something, it's on my scarf. I can easily rinse it out, hang it up dry, and I don't have to redo my entire outfit. This is my electronics bag. This is the same setup I always use, so I'll briefly go over it. I take an Anchor multi-plug. This is a USB-A, and then the other end of it has 3 different additional power ports. I take my iWalk or my Anchor iPhone charger. It's an on-the-go charger. It just slides, it connects to the bottom of my phone where the charger goes in, and I can still use my phone while it's charging. So that's super handy. And then I also take another Anchor product. This is a USB-C to USB-C, so I can fast charge my iPad. This is a little silicone cord holder. It's for your earbuds. I always call them the wrong thing. AirPods. It clips to the little arm of the AirPods that hangs down. So if they fall out of your ears, you don't lose them because they're attached to the silicone. You just wrap around your neck like a necklace. And then I always take some earplugs. These are special ones that you put in your ear before you take off and before you land. So if you're sensitive to pressure, it will alleviate that feeling in your ears and make your flight a little more comfortable. And then I mentioned I had a USB-A and a USB-C cord. That's because my ports on my power brick are a USB-C and a USB-A. So I can charge 2 or 3 things at the same time, depending on which power port they need, USB-A, micro USB, or lightning plug. And then I always take my AirPods. My AirPods Pro. I love the AirPods Pro. I know they're a little more expensive than the regular ones, but if you can swing it, it makes a great gift. So go ahead and plant the seeds now for Christmas. That AirPods Pro, you put them on and immediately the room goes silent. The technology they have now on these things is absolutely incredible. So if you do any type of traveling, or if you just want some time where you need a little quiet, a little solitude, when you go for a walk or just sitting in your own house, but you just need quiet and you want to focus on something, even if you're not listening to anything or watching anything, the immediate sound absorption is absolutely amazing on the AirPods Pro. So I would recommend asking for a pair of those if you don't already have some. This is my Gravel layover travel blanket. I will insert some video here so I don't take it out right now, but I have had this for a few months and I absolutely love it. It's lightweight. It has snaps around it, so you can snap it around your neck. It lays nicely over the front of your body. It has foot pockets, so you can put your feet in them, keep your feet nice and warm if you take your shoes off or you just feel more secure having your feet inside a seat pocket. It has a lined pocket, a zipper lined pocket that you can put your phone in, your glasses. So when you're traveling, if you happen to fall asleep, you don't have to worry about the security of your items because they're on you the whole time. And then it also has a kangaroo pocket. So when you're laying there, you have a place to put your hands and it just helps you relax. I don't know about you guys, but I just love a place to put my hands. And then I pack that with an eye mask. Even if I'm not traveling internationally, but maybe I'm taking an early morning flight, or maybe I develop some type of headache over the flight and I just need to give my eyes a break, I would suggest traveling with an eye mask all the time. even if you're not traveling internationally or on a long flight. And you might need it in your accommodations too, because a lot of time the lighting in your hotel can be non-conducive, inconducive to good sleep. The curtains don't close all the way. There's a street light coming right through your window. The lights on the digital products in the room. An eye mask I always found that really helpful. This is my in-flight kit. I will insert a link to this too, so you can go over it some more. But just things I will need in flight: a little fan, my MacGyver kit, a little kit of medicine. Let's see what else is here. My pick. So if I fix my hair, my flashlight and nail file. I will insert the link to this. Always take moisturizer. I tried something new this time, and I wanted to tell you guys about it. This is a contact lens case. I saw this on social media somewhere, but you take Vaseline and you put a few drops of your favorite perfume. You put a few drops of your favorite perfume, you mix that up, and you put it inside contact lens cases. You put one on each side. And then when you just want to moisturize your hands or freshen up a little bit, you take a little bit of that and you put it on your wrists or you rub it on your hands. It smells like your favorite perfume, and you're getting good moisture from the Vaseline, the petroleum jelly at the same time. So I thought that was a good idea, and I tried it and it worked great. So I'm going to do that again. Then you've seen this. This was in my last Amazon travel finds. This is the Nano Bag Sling. Look how little she is. And it's a full crossbody little tote. You can take it to the farmer's market. You can take it on your daily excursion. It's great to keep in your bag. Maybe you're going through the airport and you decide to grab some food. They give you a bag, but they don't give you a crossbody bag. So you put that bag inside your crossbody bag, and it's easy to carry around. It's like having an extra set of hands, that little bag. And then this is my travel pillow. I don't always travel with my travel pillow, but on an early morning flight when I knew I would want to get some really good rest, and I had room for it, so why not? So it's my travel pillow. And the reason it's in the very bottom is because we were coming home and I knew I wouldn't need it. So anything you don't need goes in the bottom. When we were traveling we left super early in the morning. I knew I was going to need it. So it went towards the top, and some other things went towards the bottom. All right. And in my back part, little back pocket here, this is a padded pocket for your laptop or iPad. I don't think you can get a laptop in here. Maybe you could, but I can get my iPad in here, no problem. So these are my travel utensils. I always take them with me. You eat on the plane, maybe. You get something in the airport to take on the plane. You make yourself a sandwich before you leave the house and you eat on the plane. Inevitably, you're going to need these because your fork or spoon will drop and you're left without utensils. So it's good to have one of these. And then to go along with those pens I showed you earlier, I have my little journal, my travel notes, so I can make notes along the way. And then my iPad mini, which I love. And I load that with my favorite shows before I leave. I do it the night before, so I make sure I have the most current shows that I want to watch. I download several of them because even though you may have in-flight entertainment, sometimes it doesn't work. Even though they offer free Wi-Fi and access to their entertainment app, it may not work. So this typically always works. And as long as I have a charger, I shouldn't have any problem. So then I'll put everything back in here. I just put everything kind of in layers. It's easier to grab. And put my glasses at the top and then my scarf. So that's everything I put in my personal item bag. And the bags could vary. You may be a tote girl. You like to carry a tote. So all this will fit in a tote too. And you may be a larger bag person. That's fine. I have found as I get older, the less I bring, the easier it is on me. The less weight I'm carrying around, the easier it is on me. Ideally, it is the cute look that you see on all the social media where they have their wheeled case and then their cute little bag on top of it. And it looks so easy breezy, but wheels can fall off. Escalators can go down. You have to carry this stuff upstairs. The more you travel, the more you'll learn that lightweight and a small footprint can be really helpful. So this is my upright suitcase. This is 22 by 14 by 9. And I do label all of my suitcases. I put a sticker on it with the size. It just helps me when I'm going to pack. Oh yeah, the measurements for this airline are this, and that's how I know which bag to pull from. I always put a luggage tag on my bag, even if it's a carry-on bag, because there are times when a carry-on all of a sudden turns into a check bag. Because of weight, because of several different issues that can come up, they may have to gate check your bag. You may want to gate check your bag, so always have a tag on your bag. Okay, I'm going to open this up. Again, I haven't opened it up since I packed it a couple of days ago, so let's see what we got. One thing I love about this bag is it has zippered compartments on both sides. It doesn't have those elastic compression straps where things can fall out from the bottom and the sides. I love having the compartments on both sides. So on this side, my electric toothbrush. I only take my electric toothbrush when we are flying and we are taking carry-on luggage. If we're doing a budget airlines where I have to adhere to the restrictions of a backpack, I just take my foldable toothbrush. But when I can, I prefer to take my electric toothbrush. But if it's space prohibitive, I don't do it. I take this silicone pouch. Inside of this, I put different sizes of Ziploc bags. Snack size, sandwich size, quart size, and gallon size. This is what was left over, 1 gallon size. We had 1 gallon size left over and a few napkins. These are dinner size napkins, so they're a little thicker and they're a nice size. You'll need a napkin and you won't have it. So helpful hint there. And actually some more napkins. Something else I will say when you are going on a trip and you are flying in but renting a car, make yourself a grocery list, and in that grocery list, include a roll of paper towels. Trust me, when you're renting a car, it's so nice to have a roll of paper towels. Something else I tried this time that worked great was they're flat, foldable cubes that you get at Dollar Tree. They lay flat, so I packed it flat in my suitcase, and then when we got the rental car, I popped open the cube, and I put our car snacks in that, the roll of toilet paper, the wipes, the towelettes, all that stuff, and it stayed in that cube. So when we're in the rental car, everybody knew to go to that cube to get whatever they needed. Or if they wanted something, I just passed them the cube. It's so helpful. Get you a little cube and put it in your suitcase. So here we go. I have my hat. It came through lovely. The reason this bill stayed nice is you pack that in the corner of your suitcase where there's a natural curve. So you just put that right in there, and that helps maintain the shape. I had my shoes. I wrapped my shoes in the grocery bag. I used to use shoe bags, but the zipper kept breaking. And then once I got to my accommodations, I couldn't really use the shoe. I didn't use it for anything. It just stayed in my suitcase. And I noticed I sometimes needed a grocery bag. Sometimes things are wet or you need an extra garbage bag. So now I wrap my shoes in grocery bags, and then I have 2 grocery bags when I arrive for whatever I might need. And inside here are all my clothes. They're all dirty, so I'm not going to unzip it. But inside here, I wore an outfit, and it was a travel outfit. It was something that was comfortable. My travel pants, I've done videos on my travel pants. But what makes travel pants different than regular pants is they're lightweight. And so they're so easy breezy. They're lightweight, so they can adjust to whatever temperature you're in. If it's hot, they kind of get cooled off. They're great. I will link all that stuff below, and it's in our travel shop. If you ever go to our travel shop, you'll see everything there. So I wore my travel pants. I wore a pair of slides because I usually wear long pants on travel days, especially if we're flying over 3 hours. If we are flying over 3 hours, the compression socks go on. We're not taking any chances with blood clots for taking an airline flight. So if you see us in an airport with long pants, you better believe there's some compression socks under those pants. So I wear those with my slides. And I like the slides because I can kick those on and off. They're just really comfortable. And on a long travel day, I want to be comfortable. If it's an hour or 2 flight, I'll wear whatever. I don't care. But if it's over 3 hours, I want to be comfortable. So I always wear my slides. And then I take a t-shirt. This time I had a sleeveless shirt, and then I took my sun hoodie or a sun jacket over that. And a sun hoodie and a sun jacket is different than a regular hoodie and a windbreaker because it's rated to keep the with SPF to keep the ultraviolet rays from going through your clothing. Because sometimes your thin clothing, the sun can penetrate that, which I didn't know. I learned that along the way. So I always carry a sun hoodie or a sun jacket with me. And it's a great layering piece for the plane because it's really light. It swooshes up. So if you want to take it off, it doesn't take up a lot of room. So that's my recommendation for a travel day. Unless you're traveling in the winter and you know you're going to stay cold, then I do my jogging set. And that is a cargo jogging pants. They have cargo pockets. Those pockets come in really handy when you're traveling too. And then it has a kangaroo hoodie that goes with it, but I will wear a t-shirt under that because even that can get a little warm. So I like to travel in layers. And then I take my 2 Columbia travel shirts, a white one and a tan one. My Capsule Travel Wardrobe is interchangeable. Everything can go with everything else. And then I'll take a t-shirt. Then I'll take a lightweight pair of joggers, very thin joggers, and another t-shirt. And that is what I sleep in. Typically, when it's just me and my husband, it doesn't matter. But when we're traveling with our son, I feel more comfortable in a full outfit because we're sharing a hotel space. And that's just a really comfortable way to sleep is in joggers and a t-shirt. And then I have socks and underwear, and that's it. That's all I take. It's very simple. So I have the pair of travel pants. I'll have a backup pair of travel pants. I have my joggers that I sleep in. I have my shirts and my t-shirts and then my scarf. I can add that to any of those combinations and it just gives you a little more option. I may throw in, that's something I didn't pack that I wish I did pack. When you check the weather out there, it says 80 degrees down to 40 degrees. Well, the 80 degrees there is warmer than the 80 degrees here because the sun, it's so open and the sun is on you all the time. So one thing I would add is I would pack my dry shorts. They're shorts they're Nautica and you can get them wet and they dry super fast. And I love to travel with them because they dry super fast and they have pockets. So if I would offer a suggestion for packing this, I would recommend packing a pair of shorts, a little backup pair of shorts. This is my foldable tray. You fold all 4 sides of this. It becomes a little tray that holds everything. So when you get to your hotel room, you put that tray, you snap the corners, put the tray out, and throw your keys, your change, your wallet, things that, you have one at home. As soon as you get home, you take all that stuff out of your pockets and you drop it in a tray. Same idea. So that is one thing I would change is I would add a pair of shorts to this. When we are out for excursions and doing our tours and walks, I'm not going to carry this around. Even if it's empty, it's cumbersome. I like to have a crossbody with me. So I will pack a crossbody with me if I don't want to carry it in here. Sometimes that in-flight bag you saw, I'll put everything from that into here, and this will be my go-to for that. For this trip, I just opted to have it simple in here. And then when I get to my accommodations, I move everything from this bag into this bag that I'm going to need for the day. Because I don't need my blanket. I don't need my pillow. I don't need my iPad. You get the idea. There's only certain things I need. But I love this one. This is from Rangeland. It has pockets on the outside, pockets on the side. It's very well constructed. It has an interior. And in the interior, there's slash pockets on either side. So it holds your notebook, it holds your money, it holds your passport really easily. It actually held that in-flight essentials pouch you saw. I just can slide that in there. And it's crossbody, it's adjustable, and it has a little handle. So it's just so versatile. I love this bag. This has been with me a long time, and I really love it. Inside this is my nighttime essentials bag. This has things like our sound machine, our fan, my reading glasses that fold up. Here's the fan I take. Here is eye mask. This is empty because it had my vitamins in it. I find that I forget to take my vitamins during the day, so I start taking them at night. And I have this laying right by my bed so I don't forget. So put them in a silicone pouch. And I had an extra eye mask that I took. I was going to take one on the plane and I forgot to put it in there. So an extra eye mask. If you don't know, these are disposable. So as soon as you take them out, they get warm, much like those hand warmers. They get warm. You just attach the straps on either ear, and they're disposable. So the next morning, you just take them off. Some people just put them on for half an hour or so. I always fall asleep because they make me so relaxed. Inside this little pouch was our speaker. So if we wanted to listen to some music, we could listen to music and all hear it. This is my USB nightlight. This plugs into the hotel outlet. This plugs into the USB port. When you plug this in, this lights up just enough light so you can see in the dark that the bathroom's right over there. You can even, it does put enough light out. If you're in the restroom, you can actually see to do things in there. And then I have these little clips. If I need to hand wash something, I need to attach it to the clothesline in the bathtub, or I want extra clips for the hangers that they have in there. I have extra clips. If we go to the beach and I want my towel to stay on my chair, I have the clips. If the curtains in the hotel room don't close, the clips help that too. If we buy a bag of chips and we didn't eat them all, I roll it down and put a clip on it. You can see the clips come in clutch quite a bit with us. I find that I repeat words. I repeat handy, cute. Tell me. I mean, you guys know better than I do the words I repeat. I'm trying to be more mindful about that and not so repetitive. Flashlight. This little flashlight, it's metal. It's very well made. It goes in my nighttime kit too. I get up before everybody else. It never fails. I get up 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm ready to mix up my green powder, read my devotion, listen to a podcast. Nobody else is wanting that mess that early in the morning. So I need to get around and look in the drawer because I forgot to lay something out. I try to lay things out the night before so I don't bother my family. So flashlight's nice to have, helps me get around without waking them up. I need to interview them. Maybe they would tell you, we hear you anyway. But anyway, this is insomnia cream. I don't think it works. So that was my nighttime kit. The next thing I have is my toiletry kit. I have done a few previous packing videos on this, and everything in here is pretty much the same. So I will insert a link to that so you can check that out, because it is one of my favorite toiletry kits because of the size of it. It folds down pretty small, and it has several different pockets, and it always fits what I need. So this is the Boa K travel kit. It's usually under $15 on Amazon, and I love it. It comes in a lot of different colors. The last bag is just one of these coated mesh bags, and this is my everything else bag. So in here, I have pain patches. So these are adhesive on one side and then pain reliever. I have a water bottle sling. So it's a crossbody water bottle and cell phone holder. These are some souvenirs we purchased while we're there. We usually get a magnet. So there's a magnet there. This contains my green powder and my electrolyte powder that I drink every morning. So I have those in there. We have some sunscreen. We didn't use it all, so we have that. This is my foldable travel brush. It's dual voltage, foldable, love it. This little small ball, you take this and you roll it under your feet. At the end of the day, it just helps to relieve any kind of tension that's in the bottom of your feet. It's great for pain. It's great for plantar fasciitis. But you can Google all kinds of little hacks like that, things to take on your travels that will alleviate your discomfort. And it doesn't take a lot of space, just it makes such a big difference. A couple of things I wanted to mention to you is when you are packing for something where you're going to have a car trip, I will tell you, Yellowstone, you will do so much driving. You will do way more driving than you thought you would do. So anything you normally take for yourself in the car, take it on your trip if you can. If you need a seat cushion, take a seat cushion. You can use it in a plane too. Or you can take an inflatable seat cushion and inflate it when you get there, because riding around a lot, some people can have some discomfort with that. So I recommend that. I would also recommend going to the grocery store and loading up on snacks and water and drinks and things to make your ride more comfortable, some fresh fruit. It just makes the day so much easier. I also would recommend saving those grocery bags, because those will be your garbage bags in your car. I usually tie them to the headrest of the front seat, and so the person in the back seat has a place to put all their trash. And the person in the back seat, which is usually me because I like being in the back seat, when people need something, having the items in that foldable cube I told you about easier from Dollar Tree, having the items in there, it's so easy to pull your bags of chips and your jerky and your fruit. We had little bags of popcorn, the snack size food that was so helpful. So I would recommend taking one of those Dollar Tree things with you. I did not see a Dollar Tree. I did not see a Dollar General. We drove for miles on our way to Yellowstone and never saw a commercial, shopping, anything like that. So if you land in Bozeman or Jackson Hole or wherever you land, take advantage, go to the grocery store, make a list. I'm going to put my list in the description below of the things I bought. I put it in my Apple Notes. So when I got there, I knew exactly what was on my list that I needed to get. I would recommend doing your shopping at the grocery store, taking a foldable cooler. I took an insulated bag. Those are different things. You know the metal shiny bags you get at Walmart or Sam's Club or Costco to keep your frozen food in? They're really shiny, kind of a mylar. I don't think those leak. I think those are really good. The one I had, and I don't know why it's not in here, I guess because we brought our snacks home, and so it's in the kitchen. But we just brought a foldable insulated tote, like you would take your lunch in. Well, when that thing gets wet, if there's ice in it, it gets wet on the outside, and so it gets wet in the rental car on the floor. So we alleviated that by putting down a piece of plastic and then putting it on that. But just so you know, if you have one of those Mylar bags, those will pack flat, and I don't think they leak. Let me know what you think. If they leak, I want to know that. If not, I'm going to try to find something to use next time where I have something packable that I can use as a cooler that will hold ice and keep things cold without leaking. The bag was fine for putting cold items in or frozen items in. Once we got to our hotel, that's another thing. Make sure you find a hotel that has a refrigerator. A microwave is a bonus, but a refrigerator is almost a must. So look for that. I'm going to do another video on accommodations and our whole trip, but this is specifically about what to pack. So take a packable cooler, make sure your hotel has a refrigerator, freezer, freeze your water bottles the night before, put those in your insulated bag. We made peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. We took fruit with us, so we didn't have to purchase the expensive food inside the park. So that is what I packed. This is what I unpacked. The toiletries were great. The places we stayed said they included toiletries, and some of them did. But toiletries is kind of a subjective term, I'm learning. So it doesn't always mean shampoo, conditioner, body wash, and lotion. Sometimes it could just mean hand soap. So you might want to take a couple extra toiletry items just for yourself, just to make you comfortable. Suction cups, again, came in so clutch in the shower, especially with 3 of us sharing a shower, to be able to get all of my stuff up vertically, hang my toiletry kit, hang my shower poof, hang my hair towel that it's like a turby towel you put on your hair after you get out of the shower to dry your hair a little quicker. The suction cups came in so clutch for that. So if I think of anything else, I'll add it in the next video, but I hope this was helpful. Get out there, explore the United States. It's absolutely amazing. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
We appreciate you sticking with us to the end of this video. We share travel tips, packing videos, and tools for navigating the Points and Miles ecosystem. If this interests you, don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out. Have a great day, and we will see you next time.